This is MatchaDNA brand Matcha certified organic matcha tea powder. And as you see here, this is in a 16-ounce serving of powder in this can, which is amazing because most of the powders, or actually all of the powders that I have reviewed or purchased in the past, have all been in resealable pouches that are either kind of a paper, brown paper recycled pouch, or some sort of plastic pouch, and that's all nice and everything. However, it's not really good for me personally because I either will knock it over, or my children will knock it over, or it's just, you have to kind of make sure it's on the counter or in the cabinet upright without it spilling. And if it's kind of a slim pouch, which most of them are, it kind of makes it difficult to keep it open and not have the powder spill everywhere. And bright green powder everywhere on your counter is not real fun to clean up. So I was very impressed with finding this in a can. And I do want to tell you that this was sent to me for review. I have reviewed MatchaDNA before. A few years ago, they had some single-use packages that you could take with you. I did like those as well. However, being a stay-at-home mom, I don't always go out all the time to use matcha tea, and those are really good for people who like to have it hot. Me, I like to have it in a blender, so I can't really take my blender along with me, so the single-use pouches are not really helpful for me personally. Now, my husband, on the other hand, he likes to have hot teas and hot coffees all year round, so for him, the little pouches are great. But for me, I always use my matcha tea as a cold drink year round, even if it's freezing outside. And I'm sorry if you hear our dryer right now. Anyway, this is the product, and I've left this little seal on here. I'm sure you can take it off. I just leave it on here because it seems to also keep it cleaner, and also keeps it from, I guess in my mind it keeps it fresher. I don't know. So here's the product, and it shows you how much you should use, and that's for hot water. To be honest, I just kind of scoop it out and put it in. However, I decide to use it. Usually I make enough for me and my husband for a cold latte in the blender, so I use a little more than this, but you use what you feel comfortable with. You can notice that it has a scoop in there, and it's a nice fresh green powder. I love matcha tea. It gives me really good energy. It doesn't give me any jitters. It doesn't give me any crashes at the end of the day or middle of the day. I used to drink a lot of coffee, but coffee seems to bother my stomach now, so I kind of stay away from it. My husband drinks probably 2 or 3 cups of coffee a day. I'm trying to get him to move over to matcha. He does often, at least once a week or once every 2 weeks, sometimes orders his matcha from one of those high-end places that you will might maybe frequent sometime after work or so, or on the way to work. However, that gets expensive, and also we don't know exactly the quality of the matcha that they use. So we like to make our own, or at least I like to make it and give it to my husband, and he enjoys it. I usually use just regular milk. You can use skim milk or almond milk or soy milk, whatever you're most comfortable with, or whatever is based on your health, what you can tolerate. I always like to use ice. I put a generous amount of ice in there. I usually put pure vanilla extract. I like the kind that doesn't have any alcohol or any other type of fillers in it. And I used to use, sometimes I'll use sugar, but I usually use xylitol, which is really good for you. It's pure, and it seems to be less fattening and less sugar content. Anyway, I use that, and sometimes I'll use some real whipped cream. And that makes just a really good, refreshing drink, either in the morning to help wake me up, or kind of as a pick-me-up in the afternoon. Anyway, I've been pleased with this product. It was sent to me for review. I was not paid for this review or video. Just sent the trial product to provide my honest opinion. You can purchase this on Amazon. I suggest you try it out. Thank you so much.